Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum. Bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum. Alright, looks like we are sounding good. Alright. Hello and welcome, dear patrons, to the Tables of Tartarus, a chapter of Purgatory Corner. Today, our storyteller is Corin, and we're going to be doing Jumpchain RWBY Terminal Season. Come on in and take a seat and let your imagination run free. Corin, if you like to take the floor.
Yeah. Howdy, everyone, and welcome back once again to this whole thing. Last time, all our players spent a little bit of time over at the Red Light District, learning some information from good old Madam Quartz, figuring out that some weird stuff has been going on involving an archaeological dig. Well, the archaeological dig information also came partially, and as I recall, from the bar owner.
Yes.
Definitely seems like something a little bit weird is going on. Oh, neat. I'm trying to remember if there are any other key pieces of information that we wanted that were important to know. Anyone happen to recall?
Headmaster of this place
Clown
hates
fear.
clowns.
It's true. He does hate clowns.
Yeah. Oh, and I think we might be going to the desert or something with a car, but we can't face south.
Oh no! It wasn't that you
Yes.
can't face south. The important thing about the south was that you don't do that in the southern forests of Vale.
Oh. Right. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So don't do that, I guess. But hey, I'm sure everything will be totally fine as long as you don't do that. You probably just don't head to the southern forests at all. That might be better for you. So yeah, that sounds like that was everything catching you up. You're getting on. You definitely had the thing secured, and you were talking to the second in command, whose name I have somehow managed to forget. Did I already? I'm pretty sure I said it. Does anyone recall? I'm terrible with names.
Who are we talking about? Sorry.
The second in command of the academy, the one who
Oh,
came in to assist
Onyx,
you.
the secretary, or no?
Onyx.
Yes.
Yeah. So as I recall, the last thing was that you spoke with Onyx and were told that they would secure you the vessel.
Nice.
Okay. With that, you are able to gain access to the car. Do you have as it is? You're walking along with Onyx, and she's basically going over a large amount of the information involving that they currently have on the situation, namely the prevalence of the Grim. A large number of the Grim have been abnormally active within that general region as of late. However, this is likely due to the increased presence of archaeological groups trying to find out more information about the civilization, about older, civilizations and the like that existed in the past, back during the time before Vacuo was basically turned into the arid desert scape that it currently is, seeing as historically speaking, it used to be almost as green as Vale itself prior to some major issues, particularly exacerbated by large scale mining in the area.
Hmm. Sounds familiar.
Yeah. So you can definitely expect that Grim of all sorts are going to be taking umbrage with those in the general area.
Okay. So, did we kind of gear ourselves up, or maybe with the where they said the clothes that they would be preferable to take for the desert?
Since you getting the desert clothes is relatively easy for the high heat desert. However, as you probably recall, at the bar owner did explicitly warn you to also get like extreme cold gear just in case. If you wish to requisition that, you simply need to ask Onyx for it.
Yeah, I would just do that.
Okay. She nods and states, "We'll make sure that the vehicle has some cold weather gear just in case as well."
Thank you.
Were there any other questions that you had regarding the circumstance?
Mm, not that I know of. I looked at Hunter.
I don't think there's anything else that we need at the moment aside from the cold gear. I mean, gear for any weather specifically. Aside from that, we should be fine as we go. We have most of our stuff prepared as is.
All right. Then in that case, I can safely say that you're ready to go.
Indeed.
Yeah. Okay.
Gonna pet a
Oh no, I was just
gonna
expecting more
pet a
questions for
granny.
Onyx, but if that's
I-
everything, then we can jump straight into the next region.
I don't know. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go get jumped.
Absolutely. So you are all able to find the vehicle fairly easily. You're given directions towards it. It's not the exact model that you were originally given recommendation, but it's fairly similar from what you've been told by the local gearheads. Overall, it's definitely designed to it's designed for an interesting way of going through the areas rather than trying to like rapidly go up and over dunes and then back down in or at high speed and attempting to navigate those in high speeds. You can tell from the almost drill like front shape of it, as in the wedge like design, it's not designed for going over the dunes where there are dunes. Rather, it's designed to punch right through thinner dunes.
Eesh.
Onyx opens up the path, opens up the door, and you can see that it's not exactly super spacious. It's got a good amount of space for a good number of people. It could probably house up to 8 people, quote unquote, comfortably. But it's spacious enough for the 4 of you. But
Oh.
along with that, at the front, you can tell there's the pilot seat where you can see someone just you can't see much of them aside from the fact that they're wearing a helmet, some visor, or like a big old visor. It's clearly got some sort of interface built into it, and they give you just a casual wave with one gloved hand as they are going through and checking all of the systems.
Hi.
I decided to prepare a driver for you under the assumption that none of you have experience with this sort of vehicle.
We do not know.
I can try.
What's the controls look like?
The controls, they aren't too dissimilar from like a train's controls. I would say that what would be a good representation for like intelligence here?
Really good question actually. Probably sense, or it would be a flat d6 with
Jackalope,
lower bonus.
your experience with a wide variety of vehicles due to, having to commandeer whatever you can find, I'm going to say that you get to roll 3d6. And if you pass, then you do have enough experience that you'd probably be okay. You do pass. You would probably be able to operate this vehicle fairly well. Not necessarily as well as someone who's specifically trained in it, but if, say, your driver were shot clean through the skull, you could drive this thing. You think?
To have a backup. Oh, goodness.
Slowly plots the death of the driver so he can jump dunes.
I felt the chill for some reason. It must be an open window.
Yeah. So the driver just keeps checking some switches, flipping them around, and you can hear the vehicle powering on. All right. With that said, I will be wishing you all the best of luck. Attempt to stay in contact when you can and send messages confirming your health and status when you arrive in the target area. If we don't hear back or hear any message about your arrival within 24 hours, we will send a rescue team in order to try and get you back.
We'll
Got it.
possibly be fine.
All right. Then all that's left to say is best of luck to you, and don't think our headmaster too odd. You caught him at a particularly interesting time.
I didn't caught him at all.
Who?
He has a
the
lot
man
of
afraid of
issues
clowns.
with
Yeah.
clowns.
We were not in there when they were talking to him, so Jack has no idea who
Yeah.
he is.
Don't you worry about it.
He's
Should we buy,
many
like-
issues with clowns.
Sounds
Jack
like my kind
looks
of
at
guy.
you all and goes, "Should we buy clown costumes then?"
He might
Not
try
if you
killing
value
you.
your life.
I gotta vibe
Where
check
is the
this guy first.
closest costume shop?
I think he might have banned them from that one. I'm not sure.
Despite
Probably
his
not
best
anywhere
efforts,
close.
clowns have not been banned.
This is so hilarious.
Apparently
you
he's
said we-
tried.
I mean, he can try all he wants. It won't stop me from being the hedonist I know I am.
I just gotta vibe check him first. Then I'll, join or not join you, depending on the vibe check.
He might
I'll make sure the
cry.
medical staff are on hand. But
Thank
again,
you.
best of luck to you all. May you stay safe.
Yep.
And she ducks away from the vehicle as the door starts to close behind you. As they shut, you can hear a heavy ka-thunk, followed by a sound of pressurization and a hissing of air for a moment before it's completely sealed up.
Okay,
All
wait,
right.
hold on. I think I misinterpreted what kind of vehicle we're in. What are we in?
Are we like in the Mass Effect Range Rover?
Yeah, think of the Mass Effect Mako.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I
just
like that vehicle.
Mhm.
As it's shut, you can tell that the majority of the inside of the area isn't like the seats aren't particularly well cushioned, but you'd probably put them on the category of public transport bus seats. They're not well cushioned, but they are cushioned. It's not designed for a high level of comfort, but rather just being somewhere for you to be. The majority of the area around you is largely colored black, and you can see that there are some areas where you can hang small things, whether they're bags or even weaponry. You can see that some of the things are clearly designed to be hung up there. Probably in order to make sure that you're able to sit in relative comfort while you're moving towards a target location as a hunter.
Just casually going to hang my arm.
Yeah, that's an option. As you hang up, your arm, person looks back, is like, all right, I'm going to have to ask everybody to either sit down in your seats and buckle up, or accept the fact that you're going to have a hard time standing up. I do
Okay.
not mind which, just don't hit your head on me.
I will attempt not to hit my head on you.
That's all I can ask for.
Katie gets up from having rolled about on the floor.
I'll
Hey,
just
getting
sit
a
down.
head start on it. Huh?
Katie
I guess
just
I'll
sits.
just hold action or something just in case.
All right.
Katie just
Diagnostic.
sits.
Mhm.
Katie just sits down and is like, "Ah, man, I can't believe you're like sealed in. I was thinking it would be like a Jeep where you can feel the wind on your face."
You would not want to feel the wind on your face in here. Ignoring the fact that the winds can get in the dune plains can hit up to 70 miles an hour at a slow pace. The sheer amount of sand is basically going to shred your entire face. Whole thing.
Oh.
It's not a pleasant scene unless you're constantly pumping yourself full of aura in order to protect yourself. But even then, you're going to exhaust yourself. Probably for the best that you stay in here and you enjoy the air conditioning. Speaking of
Okay.
which, he flicks the switch and you can feel a nice, gentle, cool breeze flowing through.
Ah, that's
There
nice.
we go. That's my favorite part.
Very nice.
Yeah. Now, let's see. Diagnostics are all green. The check engine light is still on, but you don't need to worry about that. I'd say that we are ready to get moving. Everybody either buckled up or ready.
Yep.
Hunting
All right.
mods.
Then we are going to set off in about 3,
Wait, hold up. Is
2.
the goose buckled up?
The goose is currently standing resolutely and refusing to buckle up, taking it as a
Haha,
challenge.
another one of our kind.
2, 1, and ignition. He flicks the switch, and you can hear a solid you can hear and feel a solid rumbling underneath you as the engine revs to full power. And a moment later, you kind of feel a lurch forward. Anyone who is standing is going to have to roll their dexterity, and you're going to fail on 2s. If you are standing but actively supporting yourself by leaning up against something, you just roll normally. And if you're sitting, you auto pass. You can't exactly fall from that position.
I think once I see the goose
The goose
standing,
the goose has attained the status of flying bird.
I'm trying to. Yeah, I think Katie would partner up with the goose, like just like unbuckle herself and stand with the goose.
Okay, then you're going to go ahead and roll a dexterity with fails on 2s. That's a double failure. Not only do you fail, you hit the back of the area hard. And then the goose hits the back of your head hard. Ooh,
this is
haven't
the
seen one like that in a while. You good, kid?
this is the weirdest hug. Just like smothered.
Yeah, let's see.
You want some more of that coffee, Goose? Seems like you may need it.
It pivots its head towards you and glares balefully at you.
Jack looking at him smugly.
The goose slowly peels itself off the back of Katie's head. Katie, you're feeling a little dizzy from the repeated blunt force impacts against your head, but you're otherwise fine, assuming you want to pick yourself up.
I get up. I've gotten used to concussions at this point.
That's not how biology works. But yeah, you end up flying through the area at what you assume is a fairly good pace. He says, "Alrighty, we are now entering into the major portion of the dune plains, which means I can activate our forward-facing cameras if you'd like to get a good view of what you're going to be looking at for a while, I guess." Y'all gave me
Ooh.
some interesting coordinates that are just a littlest bit out of the way for anyone who likes civilization, villages, people, not dying from grim attacks. If any of these things are your favorite things, this is not the place to be.
I like not dying from grim attacks. I hug the grim. I think this will be awesome.
Neat. Turning on front-facing cameras now. They flick on, and you can, at the moment, you're not in the middle of a sandstorm or anything. You can see a massive outstretching of completely flat sand, earning it the name of the Dune Plains. For as far as you can see, there are no proper dune outcroppings, no upwards or downward slopes, perfectly flat all the way through, like it's been stamped down. You can
This
see
is
off
the
in the
weirdest
distance.
This is the weirdest in-flight entertainment.
That's probably the fact that we're not flying.
Yeah, there's the problem.
Yeah, I know, right? Now, if we could spontaneously grow wings, I'd probably turn on a film. If I brought one of them, it would be Shrek.
Nice.
As you continue to fly along, you can see out in the distance while there aren't like upwards and downwards dunes, you can see that there is clearly movement out in the plains. You can see that some things are shifting around. Katie, your abyssal cuties, is able to tell that yes, many of those moving things are grim. Some of them do appear to be more heat haze and like little mirages than anything else, but at the very least, a few of them would be your friends, probably if you tried. Though you note that they don't have the same feeling as a lot of the Veil Grim. Something about them definitely feels very different.
Yeah?
If you'd like to roll 2d6 for your semblance, you can try and use Abyssal Cuties to diagnose what the difference is.
Oh.
That is a success.
Nice.
There's something going on here that's making them very mad. You don't know what it is, but Onyx pretty much told you what it is, so you know what it is. There's something about the people here and something they're doing that's making them not the happiest campers around.
I just vibe checked the Grim guys. I think the peoples are doing weird stuffs.
Of course, that's assuming that
shocking.
the only thing that could be
Right.
causing problems is the humans. They might be mad about something else.
Could
Cough,
be
cough, eggs.
gospels.
Yeah,
Eggs.
yeah, there could be a gospel here. Who knows?
Are there? You think there are any eggs in this desert, guys?
Well, it's probably a large area, so
If there
maybe?
are, if there are, they're probably soft-boiled at least.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or they got picked up by you know who.
Yeah.
I don't know who, says the pilot.
Lucky you.
Lucky me. Ignorance is bliss, and let me tell you, I am a very blissful individual most days, because nobody tells me anything. And before you tell me anything, I like it that way.
You
like
will one day
clowns?
die.
Yeah, that's one of the things I know. Real bummer. That's why ignorance is bliss, my buddy. Anyway, he then proceeds to stand up from his seat and walk and just walk a couple steps over, sit down into the passenger side seat, kick his feet up on the dash, be like, "Go! We're going to be driving this direction for 5 minutes, and unless a Grim decides it wants to do its best interpretation of a speed bump, I don't have much to do for now. So I'm going to pull my hat down, pulls it right over the visors, and pretend to nap for a while."
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry. If a Grim tries to act like a speed bump, I'll jump out of the van and move it out of the way before we run it over. Don't
It's
worry.
not a van. You can't jump out that fast. We're not going to run it over. We're going to run through it.
Aww.
This is not a van. To
Aww.
make it clear, this is very much not. That's not what this is, honey.
Technically, you could.
bus?
All aboard the battle bus.
Well,
I mean, given the general height of our group, you could call it a short bus.
Ah.
Well, looks at Hunter. Short bus plus one.
Mhm.
Congratulations.
Bzzz,
I am the +1 now.
bzzz, bzzz.
Is that yours?
It is jackalopes.
Oh, hold on. Hello.
Is there reception here?
One
Maybe.
second. Apparently, my program isn't running. 1 second.
You're not alone.
Who dis?
An interested third party. You're not alone. Keep an eye out for the enemy. All 3 types.
Oh, lovely. So I was right. I hate it when I'm right.
Make sure
Hello.
you stay alive out there. There are certain parties interested in the survival of your group.
Fair enough.
One more piece of advice.
Yeah.
One of the stronger ones is there. It isn't Malakim, but you'll want to keep an eye out. Don't get caught off guard, and be prepared for a strong fight. He's a powerful combatant, skilled directly in direct combat.
Gotcha. So we're heading straight for him, yeah?
The person hangs up before you are able to finish the question.
Was that the pizza? Are we getting pizza?
No, we're getting guests. We're getting guests.
Uh,
Hey, bus driver?
I didn't even get a whole 30 seconds in my fake nap. What's up?
Yeah, you may want to stay on the thing. We may have company here soon.
Wonderful. I love company when it's a bunch of hunters telling me to expect it. He rolls
Well-
over, casually splats onto the floor, and then kind of wiggles his way back over to the chair before climbing in. Great. Just like last time.
I
That
don't
wasn't
see
the clown jerk, was it? Tell me clown jerk doesn't have a phone.
No, I don't know who that was. I don't really much care. An interested third party. So, someone?
Oh.
An individual. I'm going to deem them as individual.
Ooh.
I'm going to call them ID from now on whenever they call me.
Hmm.
Regardless, no, just a third party. We're about to have company most likely. Prepare to fight.
Okay.
Great. Great. I love this, guys. Wow, this is my favorite.
To be fair, I could have driven this thing. You didn't have to come.
Yeah, that's not what they told. That's not what Onyx told me. Onyx told me they needed a driver.
She never asked me.
You know, would you believe me if I told you that that's not the first time I've been told that line about that woman?
That she didn't ask questions?
Yeah.
Probably smarter that way, but also dumber because it puts you in the limelight.
It does indeed. If I
Don't-
have to pull out my gun, I swear I am going to cry. Like full on ugly sobbing. I am I am not mentally stable about this right now.
Well, do you have one saved for yourself?
What are you taking me for? A coward?
No, a smart person.
Nah. I'm forget not being a coward. I'm definitely not one of those. Oh, wow.
Don't worry, Mr. Bus Driver. We'll keep you safe. You got us and the goose on your side.
Well, if you end up getting sucked into another creature, I told you so.
Yeah, that is usually the fate of most hunters by the time they reach the age of 40. Great. If I told you that I was a week away from retirement, would that make my chance of survival any better?
think that'd
No, it'll
make
make
it
it worse.
Good. I don't retire for another 35 years. How's that?
Yay!
Oof.
You'll probably survive.
Yeah.
God, mentioning how long it is until retirement made me sad, actually.
Do you
I
have
hope
health
you're not wearing.
insurance?
Yes, actually. And it all goes to my family. That was a funny joke to all of my friends. I don't have any family, so.
Oh.
Dude.
Yeah. Anyway, is it just me or hey, so you guys can see that directly ahead of us, the sun is currently cresting over the horizon, right? Which you are
Yeah.
able to see over the camera. It's like, cool. I'm just going to tilt the camera back and upwards a little bit, considering that it is currently 2 p.m. He currently turns the camera upwards, and you are able to see that the sun is definitely very high up in the sky. Not far from high noon position.
Mm.
And he pans it back down, and you can see the second sun over the horizon.
So is this like a fire the cannons moment or abandoned ship?
Well, I'm going to tell you right now that if we abandon the ship, we're probably going to die. Whatever we'll be fighting is probably going to be even more dangerous when we get caught in a windstorm. But we don't have cannons.
Oh.
Yes, we do.
Correction.
His name is Hunter.
The car doesn't have cannons, is what I meant.
Okay, that I don't have an answer for unless Hunter somehow pierced the wall with his gun.
Please
I
don't
might be able to
puncture
shoot,
the
but I don't think
hermetic
he'll
seal.
puncture it.
I mean, we won't unless necessary. Survival comes before comfort.
I could probably shoot through the wall.
Does the bus
Okay.
have windows?
It does not.
Oh.
Why would we need camera if we had windows?
Oh, that's fair. Maybe the camera is just the weirdest kind of window.
Do you know how a camera works?
I do believe that what they do is they take your soul when you take a picture.
Okay, well that
Well-
depends on the kind of camera.
Well, I
Katie, you
think-
do know that there is at least one SCP that does exactly that.
Yeah, exactly.
What? I mean, well, it does take a picture of the soul of what you're taking a picture of, but not literally.
No, Lynn. Remember, Katie has a lot of weird stuff. That
Yeah.
may be accurate.
Yeah.
I
Oh
don't
goodness.
I don't know how accurate, but given the way she reacts to corpses, I'm inclined to believe her when she says stuff at this point, and that's concerning, given she said some funky junk.
Oh wow. My
She
mind has
seems crazy.
expanded.
Well,
Yeah, there's a camera that like, you take a picture and you just instantly die.
Oh.
It was weird.
there's another interesting one that Katie would know about is specifically a Polaroid camera, and what it would do is it would take a picture of somebody, and that person would be perfectly fine. However, the Polaroid picture would actually be capable of what it would happen is at first glance it would look almost like a GIF, a moving image, as the person it's pictured is clearly attempting to figure out what's going on, is stuck inside of the picture, and is trying to break out. Ultimately, it does not work, and all instances of the derivative SCP entities created from this SCP are usually just put away into storage. No one knows exactly what happens to them after they spend so much time isolated and alone inside the photos, but it's probably something incredibly traumatic.
Oh goodness.
Trauma!
Why did I see that as the turtle saying that?
So, on the upside, the second sun is not getting any bigger. It does not appear to be continuing to rise. It appears to still be on the horizon. We are still 4 minutes away from our target destination while moving at a comfortable speed of 178 miles per hour.
Wow.
Wow.
I've never
And-
felt more comfortable.
Would you like me to increase the speed?
Yeah.
I always want to increase the speed.
All right. As a warning, we will be increasing our speed, meaning we will be getting even closer to the false sun.
Yes.
I'm just making sure that in pure hunter tradition, you want to run directly at the sun.
What you gotta
Yeah.
do is we gotta shove this entire machine directly into it at full speed.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean,
Cool.
What's the top
Turbo
speed?
jets. Turbo jets. Turbo jets.
Well, that depends. Are you all sitting?
No.
Katie sits down.
Jackalope just kind of sits on the ground.
Yes.
That's not good enough, there, friendo.
Oh, it will be.
Nope, I'm not going turbo speed if you're going to be sitting on the floor. I'm sorry. There are actually rules, and I could get my license pulled.
Can
Well,
I
Would be
knock
a
him
dick
out
to a guy
now?
with a license, right?
Jackalope looks him dead in the eyes with that deadpan look. I have a metal arm. I'm not wearing it. I can put it on.
I genuinely have no idea what that has to do with me needing you to buckle up if I'm going to hit the turbo settings.
If I put it on, I am buckling up in multiple ways. By the way, somebody hand me my arm real quick.
okay.
Yeah, I guess she
Handed
hands
the
you
arm.
the arm.
Yeah.
Just casually clicks it on. Ah, yes, the searing pain of it hitting all of my nerves and in my stump. Lovely.
Rad. You gonna buckle up now?
Yeah.
Excellent. He starts flipping a series of switches, and he's like, now it's time for me to switch us into maximum overdrive.
Yay!
Yeah, he then proceeds to look over his shoulders to make sure everyone is strapped in.
I
Yep.
wave.
That includes you, the goose.
Oh.
You get your tail feather into that seat. The goose narrows their eyes. And clearly annoyed, jumps into the seat. Then fights with the seatbelt as it keeps locking up as he pulls it way too sharply before eventually taking a slow deep breath, slowly pulling it down across the goose's chest and relaxing in place.
How did you do that with your wings? Very impressive.
A moment later, you can feel an odd shift. It's like, alrighty. And now for the reason why I'm considered the best pilot in the entire area. Personal bullshit powers go! As you can feel his aura begin spreading around the area, and he triggers his semblance.
Katie
You-
raises her arms like a roller coaster.
All right, everyone, keep your hands, feet, and souls inside of the ride at all times. Please do not let your body expire while inside of the seats, as you will lose faculty over your body, and I will have to clean all of the seats. We are now going to be reaching peak speeds of, he taps his speedometer, which goes up to 300. And then he starts rotating it a little bit, and you can hear heavy clicks as it then clicks up, as you can now see up to 450. It's like, speeds of fast. And everyone's going to make an endurance check.
Uh-oh. This isn't good.
True neutrals across the board.
Yep.
True neutral.
Oh my god.
Every single person got it for full neutral. Great. Now, Jackalope, you are a little more familiar with this feeling than most, but it's not something that you ever truly got used to. The sudden ramping up of acceleration, you can the seats that you're inside of actually rotate around. Originally, they were facing towards the center of the area, lined along the sides. Now they're all facing forward inside of the car as you hit speeds that force you into the back of the chair so hard that Hunter, you hit your head and it hurts.
Oof.
Lynn, you can feel your wings like straining because the seats are clearly not built to accommodate this many pairs of wings. Katie, you are pretty sure that your vision swims a little bit and you're seeing stars. They're pretty cute stars, honestly. And Jackalope, this reminds you of the time that you ended up being in a drop pod and you weren't adequately secured before dropping.
Oh, this is familiar.
As you all slam backwards, everyone does manage to remain conscious, even as you experience higher G forces than you're really comfortable experiencing, as the speedometer just shuts down and you are sent hurtling outwards. The forward-facing camera shuts down almost immediately as you just basically tear ass across the entirety of the plains. And you're not entirely sure how long you're going at that speed. The amounts of pressure being put on you and the G-forces make it so that your thought process kind of experiences a bit of a hiccup. But then you do start rapidly decelerating. Alrighty. Everybody perfectly fine. Nobody's painted the inside of my car with the contents of their stomachs, I hope.
Nope. I just see cute little galaxies.
I
Nah, I'll
ain't
be
dead yet.
fine.
How you
Why
doing,
do I
Goose?
hear a white noise in my ears?
That's the tinnitus. Trust me, you're going to have to get used to it in this job. However, it's now been about 17 seconds, and we are now at our target location.
Did the goose roll endurance?
Oh, that is a good point.
Oh,
The goose is currently foaming at the mouth and unconscious.
the goose! Are you okay?
Don't worry, that's not an abnormal reaction to have. He will be fine in approximately... I actually can't guess. I don't know goose physiology that well, but with people, they're usually fine within a minute.
I just pick up the goose, concernedly, and just take him with me.
He lets out a low, gurgled honk.
Pat him
His
a little
eyes
bit.
slowly begin to refocus. before glaring balefully at the driver. That was clearly an unacceptable word in goose language. You can just tell.
Language goose.
That
It's
word was
okay.
worse.
Goodness gracious.
The beak on that boy.
I know, right? Yeah. All right, the goose. The ride's finished. Now we get to like. I don't know. Are we walking? We're walking, right?
Well, we're at the target location, the coordinates. Now, technically speaking, due to the way the coordinates work, there's kind of an, error ratio of about 800, 900 feet. But we're pretty much in the right place. According to my documentation, he pulls up a scroll that's built into the console. It's like, alrighty, yep. Nearby, you should be able to find. Okay, so it's on the corner of. Yeah, well, I can't just say just use the sun. Use the good sun. Orient yourself a bit, head east by northeast for a little bit, and you should find the entrance to an underground location. It should lead you into some old ruins of some sort. The exact details are not well documented inside of my files, probably because it's not super relevant to hunters, except for when we're doing like protection jobs. But either way, be aware that there is a known grim presence there.
That only makes it better.
No, it doesn't. Your experiences are not universal.
Well, it makes it better for me, so that makes it better.
Well, thanks for
Cool.
letting us know.
Yeah, wonderful
Thank you,
having
Mr.
you
Bus
here.
Driver.
As a heads up, I was instructed to return here in approximately 36 to 48 hours. The exact details depend on the weather and things like that. I'll try to be back here in 36 hours due to the fact that nobody knows how long your mission's supposed to take. So, call if you need an early extraction, call if you don't die, and if you can, call if you do die so we know to send a rescue team instead of my sorry ass.
Alrighty.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much for riding on this big old boy right here. He slaps the console a couple times. Now get the hell out of my car.
Okay.
Good luck
All
out
right,
there.
Goose.
Safe journeys back.
Don't
that-
hit yourself in the mirror.
What?
I don't know what that means, sir.
Good.
Cool. I'm not going to ask because ignorance is bliss. Let me get out of my car. As you can hear the hissing of the pressurized area opening up, and the first thing that you get hit with is a strong, arid, hot wind just blowing right into you. There's definitely some sand getting kicked about, and it's very rapidly going to get all over everything. But it's not a sandstorm, so you don't feel it triggering your aura with how violently it's tearing at you or anything like that.
Ah, that's
Hmm.
toasty. That's crispy.
Y'all leaving?
Yep.
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 Cool.
I don't know what direction we're heading because I didn't. I was paying attention to the goose. Sorry.
East by
So I'll
northeast,
just.
buddy.
Okay. I probably know. I probably remember what direction that is. I'll just let Hunter or Jackie or Lenene lead.
Turn your back to the true sun, look a little bit to the left, and start walking.
Okay. Thank you.
He just gives a thumbs up and watches you walk off.
Yeah.
They're nice. I hope they don't die, is the last thing you hear him say before the vehicle shuts. Immediately, it starts peeling away at high speeds.
I can't wait to take his car for my own.
I think if you joyrided that car, it would break.
Nah. If it broke, it's his problem. If it stays, it's mine.
Do you think you can healy on sand?
You can try.
I'll try with passion.
Okay, go ahead and make me a dex roll. You fail on 2s and 3s. You didn't even have to. Damn. Yeah, no, you can't
Lord.
heal you can't heal at all around here.
Aww. I sulk.
Y'all head over to the area that you were told.
Mm.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. As a heads up, it should be fairly obvious here. Flying is completely unsafe and a terrible idea here.
Yep.
The large open plains means that the winds are kicking up incredibly sharply to throw you all about. But fortunately, that won't be much of a problem as you walk towards the area and you are fortunately left unharassed. However, you do note that as you arrive at what is clearly a man-made structure that's designed to go downwards, the false sun has now completely crested over the horizon and is just beating down on you with hot rays. It feels warmer than the regular sun, and it's not only uncomfortable, but it almost feels like it is actively glaring down on you.
You can look at me like that all you want, but you still gotta come down here and give me a kissy at some point. Jekyll being absolutely sarcastic at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard of folks flirting with death. Can't say that I've heard them flirting with the sun, unless Apollo counts. In which case, I've heard that a lot. So you all head in, I assume.
Yep.
Yep.
Tell me the
Let's,
order in which your party is walking in.
Given Jackalope's nature, he's up front.
Hunter would probably be in the back.
Guess we'll be in the middle.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
All right, Lynn, Katie, which of you is in front of the other?
Looks like Katie would probably want to be like in front of Lenene.
Okay.
That works.
The ground is rough, craggy, but it's not nearly as sandy. And Katie, yes, you could roll to Healy along with it. You'd fail on 2s, but you'll still hit on 5s and 6s.
Dang it.
Yeah, no, you trip, you fall, you get a mouthful of sand. I'm sorry.
Blech.
I'll go ahead and sense and take a listen.
Okay, go ahead and roll sense.
Oh,
Whoa. Dude, that
man.
that roll is like poetic.
So what you're able to pick out from all of that is you can hear there's something going down. Like there's something happening, you don't know what. There's some clanging, stuff like that. It doesn't sound like combat, but there's definitely sounds further down. Problem is you're not used to going through heavily echoey tunneled areas, and a lot of the sound is muffled through something or another. Not only that, hearing your own group moving through the echoey area is messing with it as well. And the sound of the rushing winds near the opening, which then starts to echo further down, is only making it that much harder for you to be able to sense everything.
Sorry, guys. I can't seem to catch where the sounds are, but it sounds like something's going on. Can't see anyone yet with the infrared, but I'll let you know.
It's all
Gotcha.
good. Flippin' messed up place anyway. Can't even Healy.
Dang, girl, you the Dead Seas. You salty as frick.
Wow.
It's like flipping healing around here, I imagine just because the nature of the sand, I barely can like even get any friction through. And when I do, it's not steady enough.
Bruh.
So as you continue along, the sounds do get a little bit clearer. Fortunately for you, this is not exactly some labyrinthine structure. It is actually constructed for the purposes of having people go through it and hopefully not get lost. As you head along, you do eventually find yourself into a larger, more open area. One that's like while you were walking through a clearly man-made tunnel that's relatively recent in order to gain access, what you come out to the large, vast opening is something far older. Remnants of some other group that once lived here, what has to have been centuries ago. As you can see, the way that the sandstone is hewn is not in the same style as the path that you just took. For the most part, the area is empty and very poorly lit. though Lynn, you can see perfectly fine due to you have dark vision, basically.
Mhm.
And looking around, you can see several paths that lead into and out of this area, and it doesn't seem like there's anything here right now.
It's just a vast opening, nothing really going on.
Yeah,
A
there are
structure.
there are some structures here. You can see like statues that seem to depict what you assume were once people, but they seem heavily weathered by age. You can't make out any discerning features or anything like that, aside from the fact that they were built to be about 10 to 12 feet tall, and they are definitely humanoid.
Katie, I wonder if there's anything on there for you to read, since you can.
Ooh, maybe. Oh, where would that be on those things?
Let's try the statue.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, you can approach the statue. Katie doesn't really have light
I'm
to be
gonna-
able to see in the area, but I
I'll
will
get a
say
torch for
this.
her.
Okay.
I am a faunus.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
faunus. Yeah, you're right. I keep forgetting that only one of your pairs of ears is fake.
Yeah.
I do want to look out for traps though as we're going through, since we heard that the people ahead of us were kind of seedy or kind of shady mercs, right? So
So look, go ahead and make me a sense roll.
and
Which
I'm
one
gonna
is
mention also to
it?
Katie, also be careful about traps and stuff. So
I'll try. No promises.
My
So
God.
seems safe.
all right.
I think Jacob's the one up front.
So looking with a lit torch, you look over it. Unfortunately, the statues, while you're sure they once had some form of text inscribed to the bottom, much like all of the facial features, it's been eroded by time, or more accurately, the sands of time. If you were wanting to try and find some with text on them, you'd probably need to find something further in, something that was deeper and probably more protected from the elements.
Mm.
Well,
Probably
I'll
want to
just
take a picture
yeah.
of it,
I-
just in
I'll-
case.
Yeah, good idea. I was on the same page.
Okie doke. I assume that you are
Selfie.
using the flash.
Oh, yeah.
Well, whatever would work,
Cool.
since she would know.
Yeah, you take pictures of the things. It's definitely interesting stuff from an archaeological standpoint, especially from the stance of a college student. Being inside of a archaeological dig site and taking pictures of the stuff does excite that collegiate spirit within you.
It's very riveting. Oh man, I can almost imagine it.
Now let me just roll some dice behind the screen real quick. Cool, that's a failed roll. You hear some sounds further away down one of the paths. It's just whatever's going on down there. They were loud enough that you can now, even with your roll there, still make out which path sound is coming from.
Oh, I got a hearing on something. Sounds like the sounds are coming from that hallway over there.
Ooh.
And Jack is leading.
Yep.
Okay.
He's just walking along.
Heading down the path, you end up arriving at another open area, but this time you're standing out and above a out like a clearing, I guess you could say, and you can see there is a group of people. The majority of them have like the looks of mercenaries to them. It's just not too many people who are looking interesting, except for one figure who looks strikingly familiar, considering you recently saw her in the video call. You can spot M barking orders at a group of folks that definitely don't look like most of the mercs do. A couple of folks look they're far more well educated, well read, and are specifically looking over dossiers, and she's barking orders to them as they move around.
Miss Lady!
Did you shout that out?
Yeah.
Okay. Immediately, everyone turns and looks. Several of the mercenaries immediately lifting their weapons and aiming right down the area.
Lovely.
That was
Ooh.
a bad plan.
To be fair, when does she ever have a good plan?
Stow your
Oh.
fucking weapons, dipshits. They're guests. If they weren't, they wouldn't be running their mouths that obviously.
No, we absolutely would be, but that's just because we're not that smart.
I do that regardless of what situation I'm in.
Point and
You are not helping this. I said put them down. And sure enough, a lot of the mercs start lowering their weapons. Some of them far more begrudgingly than others.
Sup, Em?
Howdy, get. I'm not shouting the whole distance. Get down here.
Is this healable ground?
No, it's
Dang it.
it's
Still sand?
basically a drop of like 40 feet. You can't healy
Oh.
through the air. That's not how healies work.
Oh, okay.
Had to use
I was
ropes or something to
misinterpreting.
get down? Yeah.
No, you all have landing strategies, I recall.
I was wondering how the other people got down. I guess they're just like high caliber mercs, so I guess it doesn't
Oh, yeah.
matter to them.
You don't see anyone else or anything like ropes leading that area. You do see other paths that lead in and out of the area, so they might have just taken an alternate path.
Just curious. But cool. Geronimo?
Yeah.
Do you think I can make that jump?
I think you can.
Yay! I jumped
The
down.
goose spreads his wings majestically while basically riding on your back. It almost gives you the illusion of you having two tiny goose wings on your back as you fall, which alongside your fake pair of ears and real pair of ears is probably very confusing to anyone who actually has a familiarity with faunus physiology.
Goose angel!
Sorry, repeat that?
Goose angel.
Cool. Just need to make sure that I heard that. Cool. Everyone's able to land safely. Nobody takes any injuries as M looks around. All right. You had questions for me, right? Walk and talk.
So, how many people we got down here? What's the situation with other entities?
You got snacks?
Not including yourself, 40 total. 36 mercenaries hired, 3 specialists inside of archaeology brought from previous organizations, and yours truly.
All right. How many have died?
How many have died? None yet.
All right.
Like I said, I hired 36 mercs. We've encountered a few Grim in the area, but for the most part, we just fire on them until they run away.
Aww.
Most of the Grim that live down here are smart enough to know not to take on, and I cannot stress this enough, 36 trained mercs.
Sound like good boys.
They tried to eat us. We're just good at not getting eaten. That's the opposite of good.
Yeah, but you said they were smart. That means they're good boys.
You also asked the possibility of encountering other entities inside the area. We've encountered no other entities beyond the Grim, if that's what you're asking about. No threats yet.
Very good.
The Grim looked like they were angry about something. Well, it could just be like people here, but it could also be the possibility of other things as well, like eggs.
Yeah. Did some recon in town. Learned about your mercs beforehand. Seems like a few of them have treaded the red light. Make sure they don't take anything weird to it. Last thing you need is people in their skippies running for their lives.
Like masks.
I see. Well, I can confidently say that I haven't encountered anything of that sort. So that's good.
Yeah.
Let's see. No, now that I think about it. Hey, she immediately points at one of the mercs. Remind me, your group brought in 16? 19, ma'am. 19, cool. When was the last sound off? 20 minutes ago. How many sounded off? 19. Cool. That means it's time for you to do another sound off. Go. He lets out a low groan and walks off.
What's the sound off? Is that like when two sounds have a battle?
No, it's making sure that all of the individuals are currently accounted for, because I have every intention of leaving this place with 36 hired mercs.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, did we ever find out if one?
Hmm?
Hey, in that sound off, is that also visual?
Yeah. Or at least
Good.
it should be if they're doing their goddamn jobs right. I
Gotcha.
shouted so that he would hear me, so that he would actually do his job.
Yeah,
Did he hear
I
you?
figured that.
There's a shout of like, yeah, I heard her.
Okay. Have fun.
Lynn, you're the only one who hears him muttering expletives under his voice because of your super
Oh.
hearing.
I choose not to say anything.
Well, I got a random call from an unknown individual. We're not alone.
Wow.
Oh, so there's a second
Riveting.
sun up top.
Okay, hold up. That's actually riveting.
Yeah.
A second sun?
Yeah, a false sun. Something big, beaming down heat and kind of angry. At
Maybe,
least that's what I take away from how much heat it was putting off towards us.
Okay.
maybe it's like a really, 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 and that's like maybe like 4 to 5 reallys, big and glowy egg.
That would not be
That's if that's the case, then at this point you might as well just curl up into a ball and kiss your ass goodbye. I'm not fighting the sun.
Joke's on you. You're not. I am.
Are you gonna
You know what?
punch
Good
the
luck.
sun?
Good luck. Just you want to kill yourself, go right ahead.
I wanna
I
watch you
don't
punch the
want-
sun.
Oh, I never plan on dying. I just plan on getting close to death.
Ah,
That
ah.
doesn't sound like a good idea.
Oh, it's not.
Cool.
But the adrenaline is amazing.
Ah.
There's just a look of concern and worry.
Mercs.
Correction. Former, current, merc.
Former
What
So
do we-
current.
merc.
Look, technically yes, and also technically no.
Yeah, all I'm hearing is a
No,
whole
that
bunch
was
of
a
vague
negative and a positive.
technicalities. It's still you're still a merc.
Good, at least somebody still considers me one. That brings a smile to my face and a tear to my eye. It's not actually
Yeah,
crying.
I'm gonna
he's-
start crying if you don't stop acting like an ass.
Oh, don't blow up the desert before I get to hang out with some desert grim.
Fair enough.
Or just only
a bunch of
after.
weirdos.
To be fair, you requested us.
Yeah, I did. And honestly, I'm perfectly fine fielding your legitimate questions, assuming that you are actually worth that form of payment.
Alright. Given we dealt with the things that, could kill any one of us at any moment without hesitation, what exactly are we looking for?
Well, step one is you're going to start following me, and we're going to head over to one of the lower regions. One of the ones that, I'm not willing to send my mercs to, lest I lose my head count. However, I've heard from a particularly reliable source that apparently how did you put it? They're puppies.
Puppies?
Yeah. So you're going to make sure the puppies don't rip my throat out, since you seem to be the only one who's capable of non-violent means. Does anyone here have any issues with choosing non-violence today?
I don't.
I mean, as long as whatever we're doing is interesting.
I could go either way.
Cool. Then we're going to start moving in.
Okay.
Right as soon as I get my goddamn head count. I said,
I hear
my
anything?
god. Interesting. When you were roll sense for me actually before I give you the answer.
I was like, Yay, one success today.
You got a success. You heard 16 callouts.
That's 16. Wasn't there 19?
Well, there are 19, yes. 16. And the person who called for it in the first place is another one, 17. So two people aren't responding. Oh, okay. Oh, they better just be taking a moment to take a fucking piss. Or I'm going to be fucking pissed.
I mean, that's just people you don't have to pay.
I have a reputation to maintain. It's not a good reputation, and I plan on keeping it that way.
It.
Do you have a board that says how many days have gone without incident?
Wait. That doesn't make sense. You don't have a reputation. You have a bad reputation, therefore you want to keep it. So why would you care if you wanted to keep your bad reputation? Are you trying to be like a good employer, just under questionable means, or are you like what's the goal?
I'm
Maybe
I'm an immoral employer who hires the cheapest mercenaries around to do jobs that no self-respecting human being would want to do. But I'm not the Schnee Company. I've got lines to draw. They're usually right up to the corpse.
Gotcha.
I have a bad reputation, not a fucking trash one. God.
Did you want us to go check up on them?
Fine. Yeah, let's go check on the two missing voices.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm going to have everyone roll sense.
Okay.
Please.
Pure mediocrity. We let up.
Wow.
Oh! Lynn got double success, though. Lynn, you're able to take a listen in, and it's hard at first, but you're getting a bit more used to the surroundings in this area, and you're able to pick out that, yeah, there's an area that doesn't sound quite right. And you're able to track it down pretty quickly as well. Do you walk forward into the area?
I'll let the tank stay first and say, it's over here, guys. And I'll start leading them the way.
The casual jaunt that direction. I'm about to kick somebody's ass.
I'm still trying to. I'm still trying to figure out how to heal.
Just walk behind
Go
them,
ahead
being
and
like,
roll a
it's that way.
dex. And you're inside of a relatively flat area.
Yes!
So there you go. You're finally able to healy.
Woo!
It's rough and gritty, and the sand is getting in your wheels, but you can healy.
I'll clean them later.
You all approach the odd area, and when you do, you're able to see exactly why it's odd. As I'm going to start describing a thing. Feel free to interrupt me once you start, like if you have something that you want to do before the description ends. But you see a substance, thick, viscous, and black, as it's suddenly surging away. It's trying to move towards some small crack in the area. It's trying to slide itself into it in order to try to escape, as it's clearly, it can tell it got caught.
Is
You're
it
not
Grim?
entirely
Grim or gospel?
Abyssal Cuties is not triggering on it.
Oh,
Lovely.
pull gravity towards us.
Okay.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead and
say
use a
pulling.
dex roll.
Is this considered monster? Can I use?
I'm gonna say no for reasons that I'm not going to elaborate on yet.
Oh,
Oh,
As you attempt to pull it back towards you, you manage to create a bubble of gravity. Then you do manage to start pulling it towards you, but the bubble isn't large enough, and you can tell that it just severs itself in half. The half inside of the bubble just falls apart like sand in the wind, as the other half just continues to scramble towards the small area.
this keeps happening.
Yeah.
it's not Grim.
Yeah, no abyssal cuties from it. So,
So do I kill it?
uh,
Stop
I don't-
it.
I don't know what it is. I want to examine it.
It's gonna get away if we keep. So grab
Maybe
it.
it's
Grab it.
maybe.
The sounds of
Maybe it's a
gunshots ring
puppy.
out as you can clearly tell that M just it doesn't care, pulls a gun and starts firing on it.
Whoa!
Oh, okay.
I don't even know if bullets would work. It's viscous liquid.
You never know till you try, as several of the shots land and impact directly into it. you can see that parts of it spatter across the side as it does squirm as upon getting hit.
All right. Just casually jumps forward. The fist is free, and it's rated E for everyone.
These hands rated E. Go ahead and make let's see, fist fight. So go ahead and make a strength roll.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a degree of success. You're able to land a significant blow against the majority of its body, and you can feel it warping around you. At first, it feels very solid at the point of impact, and a good portion of it gets pushed away before, after the impact, it starts turning into a fluid again. And the bulk of its body got knocked away. I'm assuming that you were punching it away from where it was trying to escape.
Yeah.
Cool.
And if it tries to wrap around my hand, there's a reason my gloves go boom.
Yeah.
Hey, Red Guy.
It's attempting to escape.
Red Guy.
Gotcha.
Okay, is the liquid like in like one spot, or is it like congealing, or is it like all over the place?
It's mostly localized to one area.
Red Guy, can you like trap it with your weird light stuff?
I can try. Let me see.
Yay!
What roll would that be?
That would be Dex.
It's really hard to miss this, Red Guy. You got this.
Yeah, very difficult.
You are able to create an area around it. However, you note that when you create the cube of light in order to block it in, it starts flailing and thrashing violently to the side, as you can tell that its edges are rapidly pulling towards inwards, and it's falling apart.
Oh, that's odd.
Huh?
I'll let go of the spell.
Let go of the bell?
The light.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, as you do, it falls down to the ground, clearly having suffered a greater injury from the light cube than the attack from Jack. Seems physical impact doesn't hurt it nearly as much as light.
Oh.
That seemed to nearly kill it.
Is it just like a blob? Are we noticing any features like maybe a mask shard or anything glinting across from it?
Nothing like that. It is now once again trying to move towards the crack in the wall, but it's very much slowed from its injuries.
Red Guy, block off that place with your light stuff.
Okay.
I'm not seeing a mask shard, so I'm thinking maybe it's not sentient and maybe it's attacking people. I'm not sure.
But aren't like gospels, white?
Yeah,
This
why
is
would
true.
that hurt them?
This thing is not white.
And I don't get
True.
any abyssal cuties from it, which means it must
Go ahead.
theoretically not be grim. But it looks like it should be at least related because it's got the viscous goo of friendship.
What about the thing
Weird.
that was knocking? Was that? Remember when we had Dave and there was a creature outside the caves digging in the dirt? Does this remind me or no?
That
Isn't that a gospel?
that was a gospel, specifically an
that was-
unawakened cherubim.
Okay, so none of the gospel we've seen, even the powers and everything, have been white.
Every single gospel thus far has had a major element of white inside of it. When they've awoken, they've sometimes had more colors to them, but like the power, what was notable was that the outside was all colored to look like a chest, but the inside was very much that same porcelain white.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if it's a gospel. It doesn't look like it, so
Well, Katie, if you want to grab a container or something and shove it into the container, you can have a pet.
I have a perfectly good idea. As M walks over,
Don't kill it.
I'm not gonna kill it. I'm just gonna injure it even worse.
Huh?
She grabs it with both of her hands, and it tries to flail away, but its injury is too great. As she reaches forward, brings her head down, and rips into a chunk of it with her teeth and starts chewing.
Jesus Christ!
What?
Ugh,
What's
disgusting. She throws it back on the ground.
What?
Hey,
are you okay?
Don't hurt the oobleck.
Not anymore. God, no, that was fucking nasty.
Why did you bite it?
Had to use my semblance.
Oh.
Is your
Anything
semblance eating things?
Wow.
Anything that I eat, I'm able to tell what its composition is. Relatively low power, sure, but it works very well in keeping you from getting poisoned. Not enough to keep me from poisoning myself, though. Fuck, that's nasty.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. She then kicks it away and is like, it's just an aspect of someone's semblance.
What?
One of the mercs probably. They're trying to use it to spy.
Oh.
Do you want me to destroy
Can
it?
I?
I mean, if you do, it'll probably fuck up whoever's using it, and then we can just find out whoever was trying to suss out some information on me, just by looking for the one with a nosebleed or something.
Can I check if she's telling the truth about
Roll
this being a
sense.
semblance? Yeah.
She's telling the truth, but there's something off about it. You can't 100% tell, and maybe it's just the fact that she looks absolutely disgusted with having put that in her mouth. But while you're 100% certain that it is true, that what she said is correct, it does feel like there's more to it. She
I'm
wipes at the corner
gonna.
of her lip. Ugh.
Yeah. Man, there should be a signal for sus.
Well, maybe you should have planned that out in advance.
I think I brought it up before. I was like, we should. Because I don't know how to
When we're
interrogate
sushy
people.
wushies.
Yeah.
So, where are the other two that are missing?
Good question. Ugh. Let's try one more time. Sound off.
You
Oh,
hear
that's
anything?
not good at all. No,
Oh.
nobody hears anything.
Oh. Do I see any heat signatures anywhere? This rock.
The rock very much obscures it. If you wanted, you could try to move quickly in order to examine the surrounding area by using a speed check and figure out, where did they go?
Well,
I'd rather be safe than step on something I shouldn't be.
Okay.
well, considering that the Oobleck's still alive, and if we know that that's from one of your guys, then theoretically, not all of them should be dead.
Yeah, I'd prefer if none of them were dead. Do you have any idea how much 36 mercs cost? You have to do a down payment for this shit.
You're gonna have to translate the cost into chicken McNuggets. I don't know money.
How do you know money? You
Huh?
bought literally like an entire buttload of glitter bombs.
Yeah.
So clearly she doesn't have a good understanding of the value of money.
No, with Katie, that'd be on point for her way of using money.
Yeah. So you're going around and taking it at a slower, safer pace?
Yeah.
I mean,
'cause I want to
Katie
be
doesn't
safe about
really.
it, right?
Okay. Well, is everyone else also taking it at a slow, careful pace?
Jackalop's
would.
just walking.
Okay. Katie, are you taking it slow?
My mic cut out. No one asked me a question, right?
I asked you a question, yes.
Oh, okay. I'm assuming it's like how fast am I? Well,
Yeah.
Katie
Are you
was.
taking it slow, is what I asked.
I mean, Katie's still healing. She's not really gonna like completely ditch everyone, but she's not exactly being sneaky.
Okay, roll me a dex.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now, you don't want to fail this one.
I'll try. Oh, hey, look, I failed this one.
Cool.
Oh my
Not
god.
only are you going fast, you're going much faster than originally anticipated, as your Heelys end up picking up some solid, uncontrollable speed, and you start wheeling off to the side.
Ooh.
It feels great, but the rest of the party is now watching as you just speed off.
Whee!
Is this
Well-
intentional, Katie?
Define intentional.
Do you want me to stop you? Do you want someone to stop you?
Do you want me to be stopped? Because I'm having fun right here.
Well, if you're safe.
Probably.
Because you gotta think about traps, Katie.
Whee! And there she goes, not thinking about traps whatsoever.
Oh,
It's been a long time since I've seen somebody shish kebabbed. This'll be neat.
oh no.
Okay, so furious typing for a reason. as she's just speeding off to the side, firstly, Katie, did you check your DMs? Okay, good. Secondly, you all watch as Katie is a massive hand suddenly surges out, grabs Katie, and pulls her sharply to the side, out of sight.
Woo!
Oh.
And there is then absolute silence. You are unable to hear Katie.
Katie got snatched. Let's go.
Giant hand. Nope, wasn't expecting that one.
Is it the Grim again?
Mm.
Mm.
Katie's not here.
Uh-oh. Let's look at the area. What happened?
You speed over, and as you head over, you can clearly see that there's damage to the nearby wall. Something just crashed through it, but weirdly enough, none of you heard a thing when the wall broke. Even now, as chunks of it fall down to the ground, you can hear that the sound is almost muffled, even though there's nothing muffling the sound in front that would be happening right in front of you.
Carla, is that you? Fingers?
You do not hear a response from the darkness.
Katie?
However, there is a hole that leads deeper in.
Oh. I can't hear anything except for muffles.
Nope, deeper inside, you can't even hear a thing.
Oh, well, I'm gonna look back at Jack. Do you want to go first?
If you're too scared to jump in the hole that you were just looking down, yes.
Thank you.
Oh, so don't expect to not see an explosion at some point. I'm kind of blind down here. I can't see in the dark.
I have a flashlight for you.
Good enough.
I can just
Can't have a
generate
flashlight.
some light around us. See if I
True,
can
that works too.
keep some floating.
Mm.
Yeah. As you're able to keep the light floating, you can see that there is a path going forward.
Well, that's
Alright,
not too
well,
bad.
Since Katie moved fast and it found her and grabbed her.
Should we tie each other together?
Nah, that may end worse. Jack's just gonna pick up a rock and just pitch it down the hallway as hard as he can.
Oh.
Bounces off Cat's head.
Yeah.
Strength or dex? Oh god.
Okay.
Oh my
Wow.
Dang. Okay.
Uh,
Okay, repeat. Looking at that, can you repeat exactly what you're doing? Because that's a weird roll.
Chucking a rock of some kind of some smaller size as hard as I can down the hallway.
Okay. So you throw it down. The first thing you hear is the of something cutting through the air sharply before it is very rapidly muffled, and you no longer able to hear it even after it passes just a few inches down the hole. After that, you can, for what limited vision you can see that it just keeps going down. Lynn, with your dark vision, you can tell it goes a while before it hits sharply against a flat surface, probably a sharp turn in the tunnel.
Oh. Something's just directly cutting off the sounds here.
well, that's
Well,
a bit
let's get moving.
concerning.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna have. It occurs to me. I'm gonna have all three of you roll sense, specifically to have been able, how well you'd have been able to see the hand.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I was watching Katie when she was going down there because I was concerned. Oh no.
Damn. All you can tell is that it had real big claws.
Ooh. That sounds like Carla.
Carla did not have really big claws. Carla had really long fingers, but very human-esque fingers. This definitely had claws.
Ooh. Okay. Let's just keep close then. Yeah.
Sure.
Keep close and carry on.
And I'm assuming that you're keeping the same party composition with Jack in the front and Hunter in the back.
Yep.
Cool. As you start heading down, you reach the sharp turn to the side, and it's easy to tell. There's a slant to how you're walking, and you are descending. And a voice, even through you cannot hear your footsteps, but a voice can be heard. I can smell the disgusting stench of your hands, humans. I await you down below.
Quick
Come to
question.
me.
Uh-oh.
Just Jack's like as it talks to him. Question. No answer. I was
I
wondering.
mean, if
how
you
much...
want to ask your question to the voice, you could try.
What exactly is the smell? Thought I washed them this morning.
Do you think yourself entertaining? Funny?
To myself, yes. To other people, a nuisance and a problem. Why?
The only thing that I will be laughing at shortly is your rent-apart body.
Ah, see, now you're speaking my language.
Uh,
So,
why
am I
you-
allowed to run down the hallway, or do I need to keep walking?
If your cowardice is what would keep you from moving quickly, then so be it. I'm in no rush. If your foolishness would bring you haste, then I will accept that as well.
I mean, it's more like my adrenaline-seeking ways. Not really foolishness, because I kind of know what I'm getting into, seeing how I'm pretty sure Katie was grabbed by you. Is that what happened? Is that why she disappeared?
Why'd you take our friend?
Well, it seems you don't understand what's going on here.
Not really.
Is that
So
why
be
we
it.
asked?
I await your arrival down at the core.
All right, you weird gospel dude, if you are one.
I feel like he did answer your
Could-
question,
Could be
Jackalope.
grim.
Oh, he
Ah.
absolutely did not answer my question properly. He was more concerned about us getting down there, which is weird. But whatever, as long as I get to have something interesting happen. Hey, Em, what's your take on all this?
And just walking behind the rest of you, he's like, I don't know. Believe it or not, this is my first time encountering a gospel. So
Oh, I have no idea if this is the gospel. This could be something completely different.
It's like our third time, I think.
When
Fourth
she
time?
said, "I don't know," can I roll see if she's lying?
sure.
I have zero faith in you.
I have faith in no one.
Yeah, she doesn't know how she feels about this. That's true. And there's definitely more to what she's saying. Or miraculously, there's more to what she isn't saying.
That she hasn't had a lot of, or hasn't had any at all with gospel interactions.
It is entirely true that she has not met a gospel. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
But there's
But-
clearly stuff being left unsaid.
Hey, should we, like, put the thing on my back in, like, the warehouse, possibly?
yeah,
Well, now
that
you
thing.
want to move? Yeah, we can go.
I mean, if it's a gospel,
True.
I don't really
Just-
want to hand over my one tool to mess with cherubim.
Also, what if they're like Osborne? Or Osborne? Wow, I don't know.
Oswald, there's no green goblin here right
Oswald.
now.
I mean, yeah, that
Wait.
too. Anyway, hey, Len, do you mind?
Uh-huh. I pop a portal at the side.
Yeah, I
Just
keep
Jackalope
forgetting you
walks
have
in.
that on your back.
Yeah.
I don't know
mean, to
how
be
I keep
fair-
forgetting it.
It's because we don't mention it.
Oh, yeah.
And
True.
at this point, we're all kind of numb to it because it doesn't bother me any. It's
like
kind of like,
an unsaid. What is it called? A mascot? No, it's not a mascot. But you know,
backpack?
yeah, backpack.
C3PO.
But it can't hold anything.
Yeah, just
Oh, it's clearly holding something.
something that's probably unhappy with me because I keep moving and jostling it around, poor thing.
Just keep
I'm saying
bouncing you
it's-
against the
you know what?
walls for 20 hours.
Yeah, just Jackalope just casually sets it in her thing, walks back out. All right, see you guys at the end of the tunnel.
All right, bye.
Are you heading?
Well, wait. We should all go, right? We shouldn't just
Oh,
let him
yeah.
go by himself, right?
Oh,
That's
we'll
why he
catch
said
up.
see you at the end of the tunnel. Because he's very interested in what's in front of him, and he's a little giddy, so he's gonna start running.
Oh,
Okay. I'm gonna have
let's.
I'm gonna have everyone roll speed rolls.
Yeah, let's
Jackalope, you
try-
technically have just a tiny bit of. I don't even have to give you hits on force. Goddamn. So Jackalope's moving at a good clip.
speed.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Nice. Lynn is able to keep up with Jack.
Wow,
Nice.
these
All
are
of you are able to keep up. Damn.
these
at
are
us.
the most useless successes.
It's just the
how
success of the
crumbles.
team.
So, as you're all able to arrive, you end up arriving at the same time. M notably lags behind, though it's not for lack of speed, it's more that she does not want to be with you when you run into the open area where a gospel might be.
Hmm.
As you step in, you can see that the area is not very well illuminated. However, since you have dark vision, Lynn, you can see that there is a hewn throne carved from sandstone and something sitting on it.
Oh wow.
Well, this is not exactly what I was expecting. But a wonderful looking area.
That Lynn, you can see in the darkness the person raise their hand before crushing something sharply. And at the top of the room, a miniature sun forms, and the entire room is bathed in light.
Ah, so you're the dude who's been making the second sun up top.
He slowly stands up, and you can. He has a very similar appearance to Terabim, the porcelain features and the like. Notably, however, he's garbed in red robes that cover a good chunk of his body. He looks over the group. One of you is missing.
Oh, so that wasn't you?
I look around, but M is with us or no?
M is not in the room with you, no.
Oh,
Only one is missing. Which one are you
Wait.
talking about?
oh, M is gone.
I thought he was referring to Katie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Would that be two
I
is missing in that
was.
case?
Oh,
Why would I care about that random human? The one that's missing is the one that I wanted to splay out the most.
Oh, you're with Oswald, aren't you?
That is the name he's calling himself.
Hey.
Ah.
Hey, Lynn. We hadn't really talked. Like, Jackalope's gonna turn away from him, disrespecting him completely. So, I know I have KOS on Oswald, but we never really talked about his allies. What's your stance? Because I don't want to fight you and fight him at the same time.
thank you for bringing this up, though it's at an interesting time. Oswald, I don't think he'll be changing his points. I was really hoping to have humanity and gospels still have a relationship that is in the good and not in the negative. So I was by to say I would rather choose peace above warfare with the gospels right now, even if they're a little hesitant.
You
well,
would
I'm
like
talk-
to choose peace.
I would.
He raises
I'm already
his hand
talking to
towards you.
Cherubim.
That is not your choice to make.
So violently murder the ones that seem vehemently against peace. Gotcha.
So, whose choice is it to make then?
So Lynn is going to make a dex roll.
Oh boy.
That's not gonna go good.
Roll that nat 1. Well,
With snap of the fingers echoing out in the room, a ray shoots out from the false sun in the sky above and burns into one of your wings, punching a heat hole like with a laser right through several of the feathers and burning pretty bad.
She drops to the floor in pain.
So you still haven't answered my question, and now you've attacked one of my people. Whose choice is that to make?
You really are as foolish as I was led to believe.
No, I'm honest, and there's a difference between foolish and honest. See,
Do we
depending on
shoot
your
him now?
answer, give me a second. Let me at least get the last bit of this conversation out.
Alright.
Because the moment you fire, and Jackalope looks at you with pure blacked out eyes, I'm gonna rip his head off for that. So I'd rather,
Yeah.
as Jackalope claps his hands, his eyes going back to normal. So, whose choice is it to make before I rip your head off?
The choice was already made.
By who?
If you can't tell a declaration of war from the attack that I just launched on your own ally, then I have to wonder if those eyes are decoration.
Oh, they're not. See, here's the thing. You can kill someone and it still not be declaration of war. A declaration of war is something much, much worse. See, I have personal experience with that. A declaration of war is bombing an entire country. But if the cherubim
Oh,
and
good.
seraphim do
You're
that,
familiar with the next step.
Jackalope stops.
Ooh.
Hey, Hunter, blow his head off.
Alright.
Lynn, how are you doing?
She brings herself back up again, and she's never been hurt that badly before, so there are shudders going through her, but she's pulling herself together. There's a lot of hesitation in her face, but there's nothing that says she's gonna go against that decision.
All right.
Cool.
As Jackalope kind of claps his two metal hands together. All right. So, what is your name at least? I at least like to, know the name of the person I'm fighting. Courtesies.
Unlike Oswald, I have no intention of taking a human's name and blaspheming my own existence.
Man, you guys are fun.
I'm just gonna call you
I
Shitface McGee.
The name I have chosen is different. You may call me Kamued.
King? Interesting.
So are we just all in agreement that anyone who's with Oswald at this point should just violently die? It seems like they all are just horrible things. Buddy, before we kill you, do you have any idea where our friend Katie is? She was taken by like a giant black hand. You've been here for a while.
I don't know where she is, but I know where she will be. I will find her, and I will put her into the ground, just like the rest of you.
Yeah, it doesn't really work for us. Sorry, we gotta get back to her. So he's gonna pull out his gun and cock a bullet into the barrel. So yeah, we're just gonna kill you. You go with that. I don't actually care. Let's go.
Enjoy your death throes, humans. As one of the righteous hands of the Father, I shall tear you limb from limb and leave nothing remaining.
Oh,
Blah, blah,
God.
blah.
Face.
Shut up and put your dukes up. I'm getting sick of this as Jackalope's got a manic grin as he cocks both of his arms in continuous fashion. No, he's low to the ground right now, too. This is a very different stance for Jackalope to take, by the way. He usually takes the Boxer stance.
You
That's kind of
heretical shits.
Everyone,
Everyone go ahead and roll. You're going to be rolling Dex to establish the
Nice.
that.
And we're actually gonna be doing this combat
Ow.
next episode. Oh my god.
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, Jackalope.
Jackie.
Jack
Oh my
That's a
God.
-1. That's a 0.
Oh my god.
That's 0. Okay, once. Oh well.
See,
4
this is
extra
where the
dice.
successes would have been kind of nice.
You didn't
Damn.
want. You didn't want
Yeah,
the
like that
teamwork?
one. Like exactly like that.
Oh damn.
Yeah. That right there. That would have been nice. Yeah. Thanks, Karn.
Okay. So that's to keep track of that, and yeah, that's going to be that for now. However, I honestly, the thing is, this next portion is just a short little bit to go with Katie, but the thing is, it's going to be only Katie who's going to know it, so I wouldn't want, so I would end up deafening Jackalope and Lynn. The only problem is, Hunter, in order to catch it in the recording, you have to hear it, but in character, you wouldn't hear it.
So just
Mhm.
like cover your ears or something. I don't know.
Just
Uh,
hit the chat with when you want me to hear things again.
Okey-doke.
yeah, I'm gonna put away my
Oh, I see.
headphones
You're gonna
then.
mute
So
people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, then I'm gonna hit at everyone once it's time for the farewells.
all
For
right.
the-
All right.
Well,
Have fun,
well,
Katie.
well,
Yeah.
chat. Have fun listening. I'll be not listening. So, anybody wants me, message in chat. All right. Baboosh.
Katie,
Ugh.
you got pulled sharply to the side, but thanks to your ability, Abyssal Cuties, you were able to instantly tell that you were being grabbed by a Grim. There was no malice or anything like that. To you, it probably just was like the idea of being jumped on by a really big dog.
Huh.
So you get pulled, and immediately there's a very muffled sound of digging as it attempts to carve away. And you, with Abyssal Cuties, you can tell this thing is fairly old enough that it could probably hold a conversation, albeit not a complex one. And
Huh.
you can tell it is scared and wants to get you out of here.
Hey, buddy, it's okay. It's okay. There's no need to be scared. What's up?
A mental image flashes in your face, and you can see the image of of a gospel,
Oh, flip.
clad in red robes, and having shot. It's the image of several beams of light being shot out, and several Grim being terminated.
Oh, flip. Wait, no, wait. But my friends are back there. We gotta save them.
I'm going to have you roll 2d6 to convince it.
Pure
It is
mediocrity.
continuing to dig away, as you can tell the stone behind it is actually reforming as it digs along.
Ah, jeez. Look, buddy, I know the gospel is scary, and it definitely is, but it would be scarier if all of my friends frickin' perished. To
You
the
can feel it
gospel.
respond. It would be even scarier if you were to perish.
Oh, that's sweet. That is really sweet. But look, I don't think I could live with myself if I survived and everyone else didn't.
I don't think that if you went there, you would live.
Mm. Look, I don't think I could fight it, and I'm sure. I mean, theoretically, Jackie could, but I don't know. Uh, all I need is to just get them out of there. Do you think you can help me just get them out of there, and then we can run away as far as we need to?
It slows down its digging. Roll 3d6.
Okay. Come on. Ah, pure mediocrity.
You haven't successfully convinced it yet, but it has slowed down a fair bit
Yeah.
and is unsure.
Look, we don't need to fight it, but I might need you to help me get them out of there. You grabbed me pretty quickly, and I'm sure that like no matter what the guy did, whatever this flippin' sun gospel guy could do, I'm sure that you would be able to get us all away faster than that guy could hit you.
Wrong way to
You're
phrase that.
thinking,
There, the
Oh,
image flashed in your
shoot.
head, and you can see the lasers shoot out near instantly.
Mm.
Several of the Grim were terminated just immediately, and it's not limited to just one laser at a time. Several would shoot out, and just we're clearing the entire area.
mm,
That
okay.
room, that the large square room that the players are currently in, was filled with Grim earlier.
Oh,
Within 10 seconds, over 40 Grim were terminated. It
oh,
was basically a nest.
oh, I see. Mm,
3 escaped, one of which is this one.
okay. Hmm. Well, hmm. theoretically, if we can manage to figure out a way to, like, sneak through, would we be able to, like, dig through without him noticing us?
It hesitates, and you can
Mm.
feel that it's a hard maybe on that one. Go ahead and
Mm.
roll 3d6. And it stopped digging away.
Look, if we can figure out a way to dig underneath them, and I have my scroll with me, so I could signal them somehow if they pick up. We can figure out a way to sneak them down here, and then we can tunnel out of here.
And you'll run as soon as we have them?
Absolutely. I mean, this guy does sound pretty scary. Definitely doesn't sound like he likes you.
Yeah. It turns its body back towards the area it was digging from.
You're a brave guy, you know? What should I call you?
Just say, roll me a d6. This is not like a fail roll. It's just like I'm going to choose a name based. Like I've got a couple names in my head. Cool. Its name is Mort.
That is an amazing name. I love that.
Yeah, it's Mort. And as it starts digging towards it, I will tell you now, before calling everyone in, make sure that you remind me of this. On the start of the third round of the fight, you will suddenly jump in and be at the top of the thing. You will have technically a higher initiative than Kamuel will, as of the third round of combat, the start of it.
When you say that, do you mean higher higher just as an initiative, or higher as in higher?
Well, what I mean is you're going to be treated as having an initiative of having rolled a 3 here, whereas he only got a 2.
Yeah.
So you at the start, when the third round starts, you will appear, and you will get the first action of that round.
Sweet. Okay. Oh, I'm actually really excited.
Yeah. So that is how that's going to go down. And with that, I'm going to add everyone, unless there's anything you want to say real quick that only you and me can hear.
No, sounds good.
Okay. There we go.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome back, everyone.
Wow.
Assuming that Sin actually got pinged, considering that he said it's not working.
Oh,
I'm back.
Okay, good.
There you
Thank you. I was worried that you might not come back because you're messaging issues, but yeah, we've now wrapped up that portion. We've finished up with that. We know what's going to happen a little, and all that jazz. It's going to be fun. However, in the
Nice.
meantime, we're going to be wrapping up for the night.
All right. Well, hopefully you guys all enjoyed this episode. If you guys did, feel free to hit that follow button. We're almost at 100 followers. We're still not quite sure what we're going to do just yet, but we have a couple of things that we are kind of debating on. If you guys want to help us debate or help us figure out what we'll be making, feel free to join our Discord. We have a section for it. And then if you guys want to see our general weekly or monthly events, feel free to join either our Discord or go check out the link tree that I'll be posting inside of the comments here. And you guys can see all that fun stuff. And we'll see all of you fine folks tomorrow for 2 different events. We're going to be having a solo session with Bill tomorrow at about noon PST. And then later in the day, around 7 p.m. PST, we're going to be doing some Monster Hunter. Still not entirely sure exactly what we'll be doing tomorrow because we have a couple of things we need to grind out and do, but it should be a lot of fun. It should be really interesting, so I hope to see some of you guys there. And of course, if you guys want to check out more of this series specifically, go check out Tables of Tartarus or come by every week on Monday at 7 p.m. PST, as we'll be here who knows how long. And we might have a new character next session. Don't know if we will or not, but it could be interesting. So hopefully we'll see you guys then. Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye.
Arrivederci.